Hey everyone, so ordered 100, what are these, cypress trees? I don't remember the name of them exactly, but I ordered them small. Doesn't look like there's that many in there, but apparently there's 102 of them in there. And I put my shoe over the address label just so I don't have all my information out there. But anyways, these are supposed to do great for like windbreaks or hedges, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the box and show you what's inside. So there we go. It says 102. I think they call these green giants cypresses, and gonna go ahead and plant them and see how well it works. All right, so they're unboxed. Again, I'm mainly just going to use them for privacy and for like a windbreak. And I ordered 100 off of Etsy, and 102 came, which is great. I think they even said that they pack a couple extra in case one or two get broken, but these were all in great shape. And you know, you can use this windowsill here kind of as a reference on how big they are. I'd say they're about 2 feet tall. Got good root systems in them from what I see so far, so I'm going to try to be very careful with taking them out of the pots. But yeah, rooted well. Pretty much exactly what I would expect for clippings, for little saplings. And I'm going to keep track of them, see how well these things grow. Like, going to use 50 of these at our, what I'll call city residents, our urban residents, and then the other 50 or 52 now are going to go out to our farmland. It's about 30 minutes away, and I'm going to plant them along a couple fences for privacy where we have some neighbors close to the fence, and also give us some windbreak on the hill because we get a lot of wind up there where we have the shop and the building. So all right, well, I'm going to start planting these in and give you an update after that. So here's a better shot of one of these. This one's this is probably average that came out of the container. This is probably 2 feet tall. I think they said that these were 3-inch pots, 2-inch pots. They look like 3 to 4 inch to me, but anyways, that's how they're going to come packed. And if you can see, I mean, they're just bulging with roots. I mean, you pull this thing out of there. Let me do that real quick. And this is, you know, a well-established sapling, pretty much ready to go into the ground. And I consider that pretty good. I mean, again, I'm no Miss Green Thumb or nothing, but that's quite a bit of root. And for a small little bulb. And that's what I've been planting. So we got 23 in the ground here. I'm going to put another, I don't know, 15 or so here, and then I'm going to plant some at the ranch and put them along a fence that we have where we want some privacy and a good windbreak. So I will add to this or make a part 2 video when I start getting them out there. And I'm going to put actually a pump from the pond to pump the water up to those, put a little solar pump on it, and I'm going to pump water from the pond uphill, up onto the hill, and water those instead of hooking into the city water and watering those. We do have a water line across the front of the property that we use for, I guess what you call clean water, or the water we use at with the RV or whatever. Alright, so I've got 23 of these things planted already. And again, they're not very big. I knew they weren't going to be big. Ordered them online. And these actually came off of Etsy, which I didn't even know people sold trees off of Etsy, but I don't use Etsy very much. But anyways, these trees. Again, they were 100. I got 100 trees for like $225 free shipping. So, and you know, when I was looking at them, it was 25 bucks shipping until you bought 100, then it was free. So 200 bucks, $25 shipping. So about $2 a tree. And they charge tax, of course, on Etsy, no matter what. But again, you can't get these for $2 a tree. At least I couldn't find them anywhere else. That was probably pretty much the best price I could find. And anyways, they're green giants. That's about 12 inches tall on this one. Not a real tall one, but they had a very good root base already started. Now, I'm sure you're already looking at this going, this guy, what is he doing? So I'm not like Mary Lou, Betty's green thumb page, right? I'm not a green thumb person here. I'm not a nursery guy. I wanted some trees, and this is, as I zoom back, this is a ugly flower bed that we have tracing the back of our yard in the city that we actually had a bunch of red tips. Big red tips growing. We've had these for years, and they were doing great for a long time. And we had a neighbor that moved in, of course, after these trees were established very well, and they didn't like how they went over the fence on their side a few feet, which honestly, it gave them great shade on that whole side of their yard. Maybe that's why they didn't want them, I don't know, but they just hacked them up, didn't ask us, they just decided to do it. Ever since then, they've gotten this red tip fungus that's very common, very popular in Texas with these red tips, and they've been doing nothing but went downhill from there. So I'm putting these in to start getting them growing, and then I'm going to start cutting the red tips back as these get taller. These supposed to grow, supposedly once they get rooted, 3 feet or so a year. Beautiful trees from what I could see online for when they're mature. But yeah, I mean, I didn't come in here, I didn't clean out the weeds in the flower bed. We've mulched this pretty much every year. We used to not have it too bad with weeds, but we got rid of a lot of mulch. We had just too much. We had to get rid of a bunch of it. And since then, the grass has really just taken over, and I would weed eat and whatever. Anyways, it's a mess. But the other thing about these trees, they're supposed to be great, is they grow very low, right? They're a juniper, I think is what they were saying, or a cypress, something like that. Anyways, they grow all the way to the ground. You know, as they're growing up, they're very full trees. So they should pretty much just kill out any ground covering or weeds growing underneath them when they get established. And I'm going to come in here and clean a lot of this out and put some more dirt and some mulch and stuff in, but just haven't yet. But anyways, as you can see, there's one. I planted it pretty much in between every red tip. That's actually a funky growing red tip, but there's one there. There's another one planted here, here, here. I mean, here's a red tip that died, so we spaced them out here. But you know, in the long run, this should cover the backyard kind of like it did the red tips, as you can see. Sorry for a little bit of smoke. We got some wood burning in the fire pit, and that doesn't look too pretty either. But these used to be super full, these red tips. I mean, you can see they're still growing, but they've really went downhill. I mean, you couldn't see nothing through them. They were beautiful, thick shrubs. And as we work our way this way to the neighbor that decided to hack them all up, you can see that they just really started dying out. And this is where the fungus started, and it just has been working its way into the shrubs, and it won't be very long until all of those are dead. So anyway, so that's the plan. These are going to go in between them every 5 feet. We're going to water them every other day. I have drip irrigation in there. We have lawn sprinklers, and As you can see, I hit one right here when I was digging the hole. I'm going to fix that and get the sprinklers back on. But we have drip irrigation, so we're going to have that dripping on them like every 3 days or whatever the city or county, whatever they allow. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of give a shot on them. You can look at them. They're called green giants, and you can look them up online. Just look up green giant evergreen or green giant cypress, whatever you want to call them. And they get 30 to 40 feet tall, and they're beautiful from the ones that I've seen that people actually took care of them and grew them out. So